Hello and welcome on Thomas Geiger Car. Today with the new Toyota Supra. Finally the wait is over, and more than 15 years after the end of the last generation, Toyota is back in the upper class of sports cars and sports coupe. The GT86 somehow was just the foreplay, and this should be the real thing, competing with cars like a Porsche Cayman, a Audi TT RS, and for sure the BMW Z4, that is the Bavarian sibling of the new Supra. So if you want to know how this car fits into that competition and if it's really the joy machine Toyota is promising, join me on my first test ride and I'll tell you more about it. An inline-six turbocharged engine in the front and the power goes to the rear. That's the standard layout of the Supra since it left the Celica family. And that's what BMW delivered for the new car as well. So we have the 3-liter, 340 horsepower, 500 Newton meters engine in the front. We have it coupled with the famous ZF 8-speed gearbox and an active differential on the rear axle, allowing you the car to control it and to steer it with or without ESP in a very fine and very precise way, combined with a low seating position, a low center of gravity and a perfect engagement between man and machine. That gives you a fun to drive that I never had before in a Toyota. And even if the figures aren't spectacular, the drive is fast, faster than any other Toyota. 0 to 100, 4.3 seconds. Top speed 250, and that's definitely not the end of the line. As fast as the vehicle accelerates, if you hit the throttle at, for example, 180 or 200 kilometers per hour, there would be definitely some more. But since they have to keep up with BMW and somehow hold the balance, there was obviously no way of letting the car go faster. The reason that it took Toyota more than 15 years to bring back the Supra is to be seen in the difficulties of the volume markets. It is easy for brands like Porsche, McLaren or Ferrari to sell small numbers of very expensive cars. But for a manufacturer that usually thinks in millions or at least in hundred thousands, these low volumes are very, very difficult, and it's hard to make a business case out of them. And since BMW had the same problem with the Z4 and was not sure if building a successor at all, that was somehow the perfect match, and the two brands got together. They worked together on the project for more than 2 years to define the base settings, but the engineers are promising once they had the size and the proportions and the platform, they've gone totally different ways and developed their own cars. Just until the moment it comes to production, because Z4 and Supra are following the same line and will be built by Magna in Graz. Underneath the skin, BMW and Toyota might be siblings, but seen from the outside, there are not so many parallels between Supra and Z4. Yes, both cars are compact, have a small wheelbase and a wide stance, but that's basically it. No common part in the body and a totally different design for the Toyota. Very expressive, not as fancy and not as wild as we know it from, for example, CHR, but very muscular and very attractive, at least to my point of view. It is the more beautiful car, and I would rather choose this one than the Z4 alone for the optic. While the exterior is unique to every brand, the interior has more similarities than you might have expected. So once you sit in the Supra, you feel like in a Z4, and it's only minor details that make the difference. So Toyota, for example, has new seats and has a different frame in front of the digital cluster instrument, so it gives you a bit of a different look without using new technology. All the rest, driver assistance systems, infotainment systems, all pretty well known from BMW. But since the BMW systems are very good, there is no need to complain. Thanks for joining me on that first test drive with the new Toyota Supra. Yes, it has taken the Japanese ages to bring back that vehicle and to get that legendary sports car back on the road. And they couldn't do it without the help of BMW, which is somehow a shame. But it is definitely worth the wait. and the help of BMW has done the car pretty good, because the inline six is just amazing and the drivetrain works totally fine. And if I have to choose, I would definitely go for the Supra. Yes, I'm missing the sunroof of the BMW and the fresh air in my hair, but if it comes to driving pleasure, the coupe is the stiffer, the more agile, the more emotional car that you can get. So, for first time ever, I would go for a Toyota, and that's quite a compliment. Thank you, Shishe, Sai Chen, and bye-bye.